I was flying to Europe to meet some of my school friends who were also flying from different parts of the world. I was flying from Bangalore and my flight was early in the morning. And as I was standing in the check-in counter, an airline official came and asked me if I was okay if I could take the flight which was 4 hours post my scheduled departure because the current flight was overbooked. I discussed with the friend who was traveling along with me and we both were okay, and we decided we would just chill out in the lounge. So we said okay to the airline official, and then he took the details of our ticket, and he came back after some time and he said that he had successfully booked us in the next flight, and as a token of appreciation the airline was giving us a free return ticket which we could redeem in the next 1 year. Now in this video I'm going to talk about how I used that free ticket to see the Northern Lights. Northern Lights and photographing it was one of the bucket list items which I've been having for a long time. So when I got the ticket, I decided I will do some research and find out where I need to fly into in order to watch it. So I did some research, and incidentally one of the person whom I was following in Instagram used to post a lot of pictures of Northern Lights. So I contacted him and asked him about the details. So he suggested that I actually go to Tromso, which is above the Arctic Circle, and I would get a very good opportunity to see the Northern Lights. This was a solo trip. I was flying from Bangalore with more than a 5-hour layover in Dubai, which was incidentally very eventful, post which I would land in Oslo at 12 noon local time. From there, my next flight was at 5 p.m. To Tromso, where I would land in Tromso at 7 p.m. Tromso Activities Hostel was the hostel that I was staying in. It was one of the best hostels that I have ever stayed. The very design of the hostel encourages a lot of collaboration, and I have made long-lasting friends from here. My roommates were planning for a trek the next day to a nearby hill which you see in this picture. Tourists usually take the cable car. However, we decided to trek although the path was closed due to the weather. We started at around 8 a.m. and used the light from our mobile to guide us. We were hopeful that we would get some daylight around 10ish and had decided to return to the base by 2 p.m. before it gets totally dark. The trek itself was challenging. It was not just the steep slopes. The recent snowfall had covered up the tracks. So in certain places you would take a step and your leg would be buried in the snow almost up to your knees. As we puffed and panted up the hill, the view became spectacular. I will let you relish some of the views that I captured using my Canon DSLR and my mobile. The same evening, we were going to chase the Northern Lights. Seeing Northern Lights is a hit and a miss, as it is totally dependent on the vagaries of the nature. So you literally chase the Northern Lights by driving north across the country. We kept driving north and finally we camped at a location. They took individual photos of us, and as you can see in this picture, the Northern Lights was visible in the camera with slow shutter speed, but it was not very visible to the naked eye. We thought that was it, and we can go at least with the satisfaction that we have a photo of Northern Lights. And as the night wore on, someone squeaked, and as we turned around, we started seeing the Northern Lights in all its grandeur. All of us scrambled across to get the best view and shot of the Northern Lights. It was one sight to see. The next day, we planned to go to a Sami camp. Samis are the local tribes who are lawfully allowed to rear the indigenous reindeer.
Mi piace la pizza, la pasta? No.
In Sami language that means good morning and welcome to our Sami camp. My name is Anneli, I come from reindeer herder family. I grew up with this.
Okay, I don't remember everything. In Sami, quello che ha detto significa... What does it mean in Sami?
Good morning and welcome to our Sami camp.
Buona mattina e benvenuti nel nostro accampamento Sami.
Yes. A little bit about the program today. We have 2 hours of time being outside, doing sledding and doing feeding.
After the introduction, we were allowed to feed the reindeers. So we were walking over a frozen lake and certain places were extremely slippery, such that even the reindeers were slipping. After feeding the reindeers, ironically, you are given an unlimited treat of piping hot reindeer soup. Or if you were a vegetarian, you get potato soup. Post which you get hot chocolate and yummy cookies. Here are some of the view of Tromso city at 10 in the morning. You hardly see any people around and it is pitch dark. This was me seeing the sun after many days as I flew out of Tromso to Bergen, which was below the Arctic Circle. If you like this video, please like it and share it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. It goes a long way in supporting this channel. Thank you very much.